Hello and welcome to the Dark Green Wake podcast. I'm Harry Ford.
I'm me, Brandon.
I'm Pause.
Great. Another great intro. One day we'll get it.
Pause.
On the 100th episode we will do a perfect...
I'm just letting the team know.
Perfect.
100, you think we're going to go that long? 100 episodes?
No, I'll be dead by then.
Yeah, of course you will.
So today, bit of nerves and tension in the room. We've got a panel meeting.
I'm terrified.
Someone want to explain what we've been doing?
Well, basically we're college students and we have just made a documentary for college about student culture, and we had a lot of problems, quite a lot of problems.
Yeah, it was pretty appalling.
I mean, you've seen our films, right?
Well, and if you haven't...
If you haven't, you know where to find them.
Go to youtube.com/... Which one do we want, guys?
Green Viper's got most of them.
Okay, Green Viper Productions.
Yeah,
you can see
definitely.
me trying
It's also wake
You
time.
can see me trying to act.
impartial as ever, right?
My eyebrow acting.
Yeah, you
as
act
we've
with
done
your
it.
eyebrows. That is impressive.
We discovered this on my last film. I'm all eyebrows as an actor. There's
Yeah.
no facial expressions or emotion. It's just the eyebrows. You follow the eyebrows, you'll be fine. We've been making a documentary about student culture, which is drinking essentially.
Yeah.
And now we have a panel review where
We're
So-
going to get
And it's scary.
annihilated.
some tutors are going to go through and tell us how shit it was.
It's
So-
very, very scary.
And yet somehow, why do I get the feeling, even if they just rip us to shreds, we'll probably still get an okay grade?
Oh, we'll get an
Probably,
amazing grade
it's
because
not terrible, I suppose.
the general concept of what we need to do is there. Like we have that. You're looking at jokes, aren't you? Did you find a funny one?
No, what happened is, giving a little bit of behind-the-scenes information, Brandon and Paul are going to talk about games a little bit, and I know nothing about games. So I said, I'll go online, I'll look up some jokes, I'll cut in if I find anything funny. So I went on Ask Reddit, because there's always threads about jokes, and the top thread at the moment on Ask Reddit is Mormons of Reddit. I mean, it's a good start. Mormons of Reddit, what is the best bike to buy? I don't know what that means or who came up with it, but it tickled me.
That's fantastic.
So I'll just be making my way through, finding out as a Mormon what bike I should be buying.
Reddit really is the greatest place on earth. And it's
But
not
yeah,
even
plus,
real.
like the general concept of what we need to do is there. Like we have everything there. The codes of conventions, the graphics, and everything are in there.
Yeah.
So we will get an okay grade. It's just that the editing, my bad, is just a little bit choppy. But I think that's when it's exported like
Yeah. Also, when we went to actually speak to students, they just did
Yeah,
not
students
want
are
to
assholes.
I discovered I don't like
Don't
speaking.
be a student.
I
Students
discovered
are assholes.
I discovered I don't like speaking to strangers. So when people are walking along, looking angry, giving you evil eyes with their headphones in, you don't really want to approach them all
I think the
that
best
much.
person that you asked was the girl where you were like, "Excuse me, would you be able to just do a quick interview about student culture?" And she was like, "I'm sorry, but I have a really bad accent. Bye." The same accent as us. You just insulted me.
I was talking to her in her dialect, but apparently hers is
You
terrible.
just subconsciously insulted me.
So that's our documentary. We're waiting to get presumably ripped to shreds. We'll update you. Don't
we
worry.
say that, but there are plenty
if we make it out alive.
There are plenty of worse documentaries that have been made.
Not to name any names, but I don't think ours will be the worst.
Oh,
no,
I
definitely.
sincerely
Ours definitely will not be the worst.
I hope not. No.
But Jay just come out of the panel meeting and he said it wasn't as bad as they thought it was going to be. So
fingers
hopefully,
crossed.
Yeah, they did practically the same thing as us.
Literally,
Yeah, well,
almost exactly
literally
the same.
exact same thing as us. So we should be all right. I think.
Yeah, fingers crossed. So due to, I assume you have
We have a lot to talk about.
Oh, yes.
games.
Oh,
I'm gonna bow out. If you hear typing, I'm just looking up jokes. Admittedly, this computer's slow, so maybe by the end
It's
of the episode,
not,
I'll
my
have
laptop
one.
is top notch. It's this college's Wi-Fi that's terrible.
Yeah, we're filming from college in case you haven't sussed that already.
Yeah, we're basically in what amounts to a cupboard.
Yeah, we are claiming this as our office.
Yeah, we're gonna put little signs like. I was
The
trying
bang
to.
room.
And there's going to be like a
I
little...
was gonna say like Men at Work, and then I remembered isn't that the band who did Down Under?
And the
I'm not
safety
too sure.
dance.
No, that's Men Without Hats.
Oh,
the safety
yeah,
dance.
yeah.
Come on.
Anyways, let's
You can't
let's
be.
have.
You can't be a film podcast and not know about the safety dance.
Right, let's have our long rant about how GTA have messed up.
Yeah, well,
So it's
basically...
been what? It's been 3 years? It's 2
Not quite,
years.
it's 2 years.
It's 2 years, isn't it, right?
Um,
And they
yeah.
promised us heists ages ago.
They promised us it
But
with the release of online, which was October 2013.
Exactly. And the thing with online is, they put it out and they were like, oh yeah, age ago, go online. And then it's just like, so everyone's like, oh, okay, we'll go.
Who are these magical people with the accent I've never heard before?
Oh, they are Rockstar. Rockstar
Just go
aren't on
online.
this planet.
They're
Rockstar.
Scottish.
Yeah, no, Rockstar's an alien. That's why they can't understand
Is that
this.
why there's an alien conspiracy in GTA?
Yeah,
for some
yes,
odd
yes,
reason?
yes.
It's a confession. It's secretly
But they were
getting
like,
in.
oh, here's online, and you know, it's going to be really good. There's going to be heists and there's going to be all this good stuff in there. And then because everyone was like, oh my god, online, I can go online, like because they delayed the release, which is quite clever.
Yeah, makes
but
sense.
they screwed up because they didn't like account for the amount of people that are going to be going like on there at once, and it crashed the servers and nobody could get on.
Yeah, it was a
And
disaster.
You said that they've done the exact same thing again.
Yeah,
So
basically.
2 years on, and they haven't learned.
Yeah, the heists have come out. The heists are working themselves, but it's the servers that can't handle the amount of people going in all at once, and they're just crashing every time. In fact, it's so bad that it won't even let you online anymore, just because. And if it does, it'll only let you in a session by yourself. So
that's amazing for me. Like I hate going online. Like not so much that I don't like the online of GTA. I just don't like online because there's always someone that's always like 10 million times better than you, and you're always like, for God's sake, I just want to kill you. I just need to level up a little bit, and then I can kill you. And like it's so like I don't know. I do like the GTA Online. I really do need to go on and like see some of the heists.
Yeah.
I just don't like the fact that you have to do it with someone else. Like that. That's kind of
you
like
have to have 4 people.
Well, no, you start off. You only start off with 2 people.
There's only one with 2 people.
Yeah,
it's the
but
tutorial, but then you
yeah,
have
that's
to
what
have
I'm saying. Then you have to have 4. That's what I mean.
This is because with the servers being dodgy, on the off chance you get 4 people into a game, if one of you gets disconnected, even if it's not the host, it'll kick everyone and just back you out into offline mode.
The one thing that I do like about heists is though, like it's really like I don't know if you've seen like Rooster Teeth when they do like their mock-up heists. Because obviously Rockstar have been promising heists for ages.
Yeah.
So Rooster Teeth are like, oh, heists are finally here, and they've like made like their own heist. Like they like pushed a porta potty like off at the top of the building thing, like a building site and everything, and like they made their own heist as if they'd stolen some gold and everything, which is amazing. And I was watching them do heists, but what they did is that when they start a heist, like when they're preparing for the heist, like when they're getting changed into like the disguise and everything, they would like have like just unlimited lives for them then, like because obviously they would mess about so much and like they'd end up dying. But then when the heist actually kicked in, like when they were actually going for the heist and they were like stealing whatever they'd planned to steal, like they had no lives. Like if they died, they were out, which is what happens on GTA Online, isn't it?
Yeah.
If
one
heist
of you dies, you all fail.
Yeah.
Because it's brutally realistic.
Yeah, it's amazing though. I think it looks amazing.
Yeah.
I've only seen the tutorial being played. I really do need to like get on there. I need to make some friends, and I need to actually think because you suck and you're on Xbox. You're on Xbox One actually.
Yeah.
I'm still stuck with my PlayStation 3 because I haven't.
Can I just make a little shout out to all the PlayStation 2 people? I'm representing you.
Shut up. Go back to your corner.
I'll leave now.
And you want to talk about FIFA, right?
Yeah, it's been a disaster once again because EA have let their greed get in.
Good old EA.
They have a
Do you remember when EA
this.
made like Underground series, like where it's just a simple racing game? You chose a car, you pressed like X, and then you just went. Like there was no skill involved. It was like you held down the acceleration button and you swerved for like cars. Yeah. And that was it. Those were the good old EA days.
Yeah.
They keep screwing everyone.
Before the invention of online gaming and packs are something that are in almost even in Battlefield. They managed to incorporate packs into Battlefield.
I know.
What they've done with FIFA is they've introduced a new thing because the way that they make money off Ultimate Team obviously is packs cost real money, and you're probably not going to get anyone in them, and you have to keep going and buying more and more and more until you get someone that's worth the money. So.
That busy, eh?
Yeah.
Can we just leave this in here?
Yeah, for it. Sure.
This text closed. Cheers. So,
no problem. Where can we shove this?
Well,
chuck it down there.
What do we do?
We'll just continue.
Oh, okay.
Just some of the PIEs just dropping some equipment off.
What?
I don't know. I am not too sure.
No, I'm not right.
You could have said like P to the double EPS. That would have
I
been
could have
both.
done.
That would have been
But-
both, as the
Yeah,
kids
but-
would say, gangster.
But
And-
PIE
and-
just
As
sounds.
the kids would say.
I'm pretty sure that like that's
I'm
something that's
not
said
normal.
in GTA. I'm pretty sure that like that's.
That doesn't make P to be.
All right, let's. I think we've
You sit there and you figure that out
We
while
have-
he rants about.
we've gone off track.
Yeah,
I've
slightly.
gone off track. I was the only one saying anything.
Yeah, you are correct.
Right.
With it. But
Yeah.
continue
Anyway,
with the way FIFA work.
packs. You keep opening them more and more and more until you get a player that you can sell for a lot of money. Makes sense. It makes them a lot of money. But people can't be arsed with this because they give you so many bad packs. And you're
Yeah.
paying real money for it, so it's just not worth it. So people have started selling coins using auto buyers, which buy players if people accidentally put things up all the time. Cheap players, and they sell them on for more, and they make tons of money and sell it to people. EA don't like this because it means that they're not making money. So what they've done to try and combat
But
this,
it means that people are playing their game a lot more.
it is true, and I don't.
And
think
it
they
means that
realise
they're going to earn a lot more revenue because people are going to be playing that game and people are going to be like, oh my god, FIFA 16 is now coming out, I'm going to buy it. Like,
Yeah, I don't think they can't seem to get past this. Their own greed is blocking them from really
That's just
achieving their full potential with this game.
whereas Rockstar's idiocy is kind of blocking them from
Yeah.
success here.
They're just lack of.
Yeah, it's just
They just don't.
it's
learn
just their
from
time frame
mistakes.
though. It's like Heist was supposed to come out with online.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that I'm interrupting you here. But it's like Heist was supposed to come out with online, then that got pushed back and they never give a date for Heist.
Yeah.
Then they gave like spring for Heists.
Yeah.
And it's like that's a big window, but I mean if you can hit that somewhere then that's fine. Which they have. That they've brought them out, like it's nearly it is spring now, it's technically spring, and they brought them out, which is fine, they hit that. But like then they give us a date and then they give us a PC date, which is like, oh wow, you're bringing PC and Heist out on the same day, that's gonna be crazy, you're gonna earn a lot of money from that. And then they're like, sorry PC, we can't quite get PC out on that date, so we're gonna push this back a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Heist is still the same though. It's kind of like, well, you're Rockstar. You're a big company that makes games for a living.
Yeah.
How can you not know that it's not going to be ready by that time?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't understand that. But anyways,
Yes.
the way that FIFA works, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just had to get that
Well,
off my chest.
I've explained the packs thing
Yeah.
and the coin sellers and stuff. EA obviously are very angry with coin sellers, and they are doing everything they can because it's not illegal. It's just against the rules of the game to buy coins. They ban your account if they realise you've bought coins, and they're not very good at that because I bought 5 million coins, and that is a lot. That is a lot of money because it's dirt cheap. So I thought I'd get loads, and they didn't ban me, and all my friends have done it, and they didn't
Yeah.
ban them. They're very bad at it. So they thought of a new way to try and stop it. They thought they'd try and stop it at the core, make it impossible for people to buy coins. The way people would buy coins is they'd buy a dirt cheap player, and then these coin buyers would come in and buy them for however much money you've purchased. Simple. So what they've done to stop you from doing that is they've capped the amount you could sell a player for, and they've put a minimum buyout on, so that there's a small price bracket, so you can't sell a player for much more than you bought them for. And that sounds like it would stop coin sellers. Not only have they failed to do that, because coin sellers are already back up and running 24 hours after this. 24 hours. They've ruined the game. All they have done is destroy the game because you can't sell players because the prices that they put on the players are so high that no one wants to waste money on these players that aren't worth that money. And it means that when you want to sell a team, when you want to try a new player, you can't. And that's just the end of it. You just can't.
Well done, EA. Shout out to EA being the MVPs of gaming.
Congratulations, EA. You've done it again. You've pissed off an entire community again.
I mean, Rockstar did that with GTA with their heists.
At least
they came through.
Yeah, at least Rockstar, you know, are going to get it right. EA will not get it right.
EA,
They don't care.
I can see your like your grief.
My agony.
Yeah.
Like, the game I play most
Probably
has
lock
been
the door again,
spoiled for me. Yeah, stop people coming in.
Yeah.
The game I play most completely spoiled for me, and the millions and millions and millions of people that play.
I've been playing
destroyed.
a lot of GTA 5 recently, like a lot.
Yeah.
But I haven't been playing online, which I really should. I should start playing online again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially now, when the traffic goes down a bit in the servers.
Yeah. See, that's the problem.
Because
I don't really want to jump on like the hype train. Like, oh my god, heists are out, because I don't care.
Oh.
I do kind of want to play the heist, but I just don't. I don't care that
You're
much
not that.
because I know for a
Yeah.
fact that because I'm the only one that play. Like I don't have a clan or anything. Like I'm like a lone wolf. Like I'm just gonna I'm gonna go on. I'm gonna start a heist. And I'm gonna get like 3 dickheads that are in with me that are gonna be like, go over here, go to point A, and they're just gonna run off in the opposite direction and start getting blown up and all sorts. And it's just gonna be like annoying. It's just I'm gonna fail like constantly. So that's kind of like the reason that I'm not that hyped up. You
Yeah.
found any decent jokes, Harry?
I haven't, to be honest. Most of these
No?
are disappointing.
Well, this is-
I
You've let us down, Reddit.
I can do my vet joke. I told Poz that, and he
Oh,
appreciated
go on.
it. But it's
Give us the vet joke.
it's bad, but it's good. Let me
It's
see if I
so
remember it.
bad that it's good.
No, it's sort of, you might titter politely and then ask me to leave.
Titter politely.
I'll
Shall I knock
I'll
the
tell
door
this
now?
joke and then I'll get my coat on and go. What was it? Yeah, I took my dog to the vet's for a routine checkup. After it was done, I went into the vet. I said, "So, for any problems?" Vet said, "Well, got a perfectly healthy dog. I'm going to have to put him down." I said, "What? Why?" Vet said, "Because my arms are getting tired."
Oh, get out.
But and Tish.
And
We need a
goodbye.
soundboard.
I'm here all week.
We need a soundboard for stuff like that.
We do. Right.
So, have you done ranting?
We're done ranting now.
I've done.
Oh, I
been
can
angry
s-
at
vaguely
my
rant.
arch enemy,
I can rant about something I don't know if I like it or not. I can talk about a film, very popular film, multiple Oscar winner, Best Picture nominee, cult film, lots of people love it. Moulin Rouge.
Okay.
Anyone seen Moulin Rouge?
I haven't seen Moulin Rouge.
Because I heard lots of good things about it. I know lots of people who love Moulin Rouge, and lots of people who don't like it. So I decided to watch it. I'm not a big musical person.
Yeah.
But I thought I'll give it a chance. I like Ewan McGregor, Nicole Kidman's alright. And it is one of the most mental, batshit insane films I've ever seen. It's... how can I describe how weird it is? First of all, the camera work is just awful. Because each sort of frame, if you don't know frame, little movie term for you, that's just like... So how can you even describe frame? It's just like the picture you're seeing.
Well,
It's
I
just
can-
like-
I
How
can-
it's been, how
I
the
can
camera's
explain
been
this.
Give us
finally
the
positioned.
dictionary definition.
So, when you say frame, do you mean the frame that it's on? So, like, because obviously you've got 25 frames in a second. Or do you mean the frame as in mise en scène?
Mise en scène.
I suppose I'm talking more sort of the shot itself, you know,
So
what it's
you're-
pointing
yeah, so
at.
it's-
Yeah.
So, it comes from the shot, like the term shot and whatever. Like, it comes from like when you're directing theatre. Because when you direct in theatre, obviously you've got like that fourth wall, haven't you? That like you've got
Yeah.
your actors on stage, and then they've got stage left and stage right, and the backstage, which is like their 3 walls, and the audience are the fourth wall. Now they don't see, like in film, like the screen is the fourth wall. The screen is like where the audience is. Now when you're acting in theatre, you don't have like the angles and everything. So the whole point is like it's the mise en scène. It's what's on set. So what can like organise your shot to make it look like it's actually like thing. So you'll move closer to the front of the stage if you want that character or that actor to be more like dominant over someone that's at the back of the stage, which is the same when it transfers over to TV and film. If you want an actor to be more dominant, they'll be bigger in the frame or in the shot. So like, let's go to Better Call Saul. If you've got Saul in one shot, or Jimmy as is known in that, if you've got him in one shot and you've got should we say Mike, because we were talking about them last time. You got like Mike, and Saul is the bigger, like I'm gonna call him Saul, I don't care. Like he's like say the dominant character in this scene, like he's the one that like they want you to pay the most attention to. He'll be bigger on like the side of the screen. He'll be bigger on the side of the screen, like he'll be the main focus of the screen, where like Jimmy will, God damn it, where Mike will be just there in the background, and that's kind of like what your shot is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where?
Sorry about that.
That's
It makes sense though. Yeah.
pretty comprehensive. Where was I? Moulin Rouge, yeah. So we'll say each shot, we'll keep it simple. Each shot, say you got Ewan McGregor talking. Each shot lasts roughly 4 seconds and then cuts away. And I mean, through the entire film, there's not a single
See,
shot.
I haven't seen this.
It's like a migraine watching this film.
See,
It
'cause
was like being on
Christ.
drugs.
when you say like each shot is 4 seconds long, now to me, like you don't realise, like, because obviously I'm the most competent editor here, not to blow my own trumpet, but I'm the one that edits everything.
There's
when we
definitely
make a
some
film.
trumpet blowing going on.
A little bit, like a small
Oh,
trumpet.
little. Okay.
But like I'm the one that
The
edits
world's
like
smallest trumpet.
I'm the one that edits like everything that we do, right? So like when you say 4 seconds, 4 seconds doesn't seem long to you, but it seems long to me because obviously I'm the one that's editing.
No, 4
it.
seconds is...
I know it's a short time,
Yeah, that's
but it
nothing.
seems like
That's like the longest
it seems
shot
quite
in the film.
long to me, because of the way that it, like, because when it's in, like, dropped into a timeline and it's kind of there, it's like, it seems really long.
Trust
but
me,
when you look at it, it's not that long.
If you watch Moulin
But
Rouge, you will
I
want
can-
them to stop moving. And the
That's
camera,
what I mean. Like,
it doesn't.
if the camera's
stop
jumping
moving.
around and it's a really slow scene,
It's
it's kind of like, what are you doing?
There's-
Just stop. Just focus on one character and let me, like, it's kind of.
No,
but that's kind of what it is.
There are no
That's
slow.
kind of what it
there's
is,
no
though.
slow scenes in this film. Even ones where it should be slow. It's like he drank too much coffee and just went go.
That's what I mean. It's
The
like,
camera never
if they
stopped
want you
moving.
to focus on, say, Ewan McGregor, then they should stay on him, like, maybe from different angles. They shouldn't be switching every, like, 4 seconds, because that's just gonna, like, that's gonna hurt your eyes. It's gonna make your brain
it's
hurt,
painful.
and it's just you're just gonna be like, what is going on? What do you want me to look at?
Yeah, exactly.
Because subconsciously, regardless of whether you understand the film or not, like, you understand what's going on the screen purely because of the way that the film is, like, shot. Like, if they've got one long shot and they're focused on one thing, then you know you have to focus on that subconsciously. But if they're jumping around, your brain's like, what do you want me to watch?
Exactly.
Like, where am I supposed to be? Like, it's...
But yeah, so obviously Cam work's horrible. I can't think of a film that just made me feel as ill.
Who was the cinematographer or camera operator on that?
I don't
the
know.
Director of photography.
I have no idea actually. I know the director is Baz Luhrmann, who does lots.
Or when
of...
college's Wi-Fi suddenly picks up again, we can.
I will
and
Google
find out.
that and then send him some anonymous email
Yeah.
saying please stop.
Yeah.
Please stop
But,
drinking. too
Yeah,
much
so
coffee.
camera work, nightmare. Then you've also got the acting. Now, Ewan McGregor, I love Ewan McGregor. Trainspotting, favourite film, I think he's brilliant in it. I can't really think of a performance where he hasn't been good. And he is pretty good in this. I quite liked him. He's sort of playing a writer who's like a desperate romantic and mentions it every 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Every line of a film is about love. And that gets boring after 2 hours. So you've got him, and he's pretty decent in it, and Nicole Kidman as well. And it's quite good as well, because they actually have decent chemistry.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you'll see an on-screen couple, and you just think, that's just... They do not belong together, that's just
Hayden
awkward.
Christensen and Natalie Portman in Star Wars. It's
Yeah, or like famously like Bella and Edward,
Yeah.
Twilight, just awful. And they were
They're
real...
my favourite movie. I'm just kidding. I'm not,
And they
I'm not
were a
gonna go
real-life couple, that's the worrying thing. They still have
there.
no
See, the tables
chemistry.
have turned
That's
now.
weird.
Like, when there was a love story, all the memes used to be like, still a better love story than Twilight. But now it's kind of like, still a better love story than 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
it's changed now. I saw a meme the other day. It's Bella and Jacob. They stood like opposite each other, and like the caption is still a better love story than 50 Shades of Grey. And it's kind of it's just a bit like, I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, none of us have seen 50 Shades of Grey yet.
No, I have
We
seen
will watch
Twilight,
it.
and
Yeah, I've seen the whole Twilight series. I'm
Jesus.
sorry to say that.
how?
Because film and
because
Yeah.
it's film.
Because film. That's
Because
not an
it's a-
excuse
because it
for
is
this horrible
because it's a
thing.
big film and it's like everyone's like into it. It's a very popular
I'm
film,
not.
so you've kind of got to watch it to find out what people are raving
I
about.
watched the first one
same
and
as-
decided I kind of...
The same as the reason why I've read the 50 Shades... Well, I've read the first 50 Shades of Grey book. I'm not going to say I've read them all. But I've read the first... Well, it's 50 Shades of Grey. That's the name of the first book. But, like, I've read that because obviously everyone was getting hyped up about it. They were like, oh, this book, it's amazing. And everyone's going crazy. I don't know why I keep doing, like, different accents.
No, I know, right. It's
But-
the same accent, just
Yeah,
slightly,
it is, yeah.
slightly
Just
different
slightly
each time.
different.
Like, everyone was raving about it. And everyone was like, oh, yeah, well, like, 50 Shades of Grey, it's a really good book. And, you know, it's really popular. And then, like, I was like, oh, well, I'll read it. I'll find out what all this fuss is about. Like, I'll have a go at it. And it's an alright book.
I remember
Slightly weird.
when that came out, I was in Morrison's with some friends, and I walked past there, and I was just like, oh yeah, all the dirty buggers who were like getting that book. And some middle-aged woman next to me just like hid it under her arm and shuffled away.
Yeah, like, my mum has got, like, an ebook.
Hmm.
Well, she's got a Kindle, actually. Like, I don't know why I'm thinking. But, like, that's, like, I said to her, like, because, like, she goes on holiday quite a lot, and I'm like, so when you sat around pool, you've got your ebook, and nobody knows what you're reading, so you're probably reading all 50 Shades of Grey books, aren't you? And, like, nobody will have a clue. Because there's some people that'll just sit there, and they'll be, like, really, like, bold, and they'll just sit there with 50 Shades of Grey book there with cover, like, staring you in the face, and you're, like, you're silently judging them. You're like...
Oh, I'm not even silently. I'll just go
Well-
up and tell them they're making a bad choice.
Give them a
Just
little
just slap it out of their hand and, like, drop it into the pool and just drown the book, drown the whole story. There wasn't much content in those books that I could really see being turned
No.
into a decent film.
That's why it's not a decent
So we're
film.
going to have to watch it now.
Yep.
Right, anyway, Moulin Rouge. No more interruptions. No more 50 Shades of Grey, Twilight. I'm going to have to get through this. I'm going to have to burn through it. Moulin Rouge, yeah. Ewan McGregor, Cole Kidman. Great chemistry, that's fine. The music is weird because it's like a jukebox. It's all famous stuff. So like Ewan McGregor randomly sings for Sound of Music. Don't know why.
Okay.
And then there's one of the weirdest medleys ever where they just repeatedly sing songs about love, essentially. But just like a line from it. So it's kind of like All You Need Is Love. And then they'll go into like Love Is a Battlefield. And then some like ABBA. And it goes on for about 12 minutes. It's like the longest medley ever. And
that was nuts.
God. They were okay, the songs, but sometimes they're a bit much, as most musicals are.
Jesus.
But on the weirder side, you've got a character called the Duke, who's this kind of posh guy who wants to like separate them and marry her for himself. And he is one of the worst characters ever. He's the most stereotypical kind of mustache twirling villain with like it's awful. And I don't think anyone can truly defend that because it is appalling. And you've got Jim Broadbent as a very fat, camp nightclub owner who sings Like a Virgin by Madonna. And it's
No capes.
It's unbearable. I was like cringing. Like my hands turned into claws from cringing at that scene. It is the worst. It's such a mental film. I'm not even doing it justice. You sort of need to watch it just to see and wonder how this film got made and how it became an Oscar winner and was like nominated for Best Picture. I think it lost to A Beautiful Mind, which also isn't great. But I mean, that says something about the state of the Oscars in 2001, that Moulin Rouge was like a close contender, because it is utterly mental. I've never seen anything like it, and I don't want to again. I sort of enjoyed it and I sort of hated it.
Just jumping in here very quickly, I'm searching on my phone now with the director of photography for Moulin Rouge. But I just searched Moulin Rouge in Google and there's apparently a restaurant quite close by to our current location called Moulin Rouge.
Wow, I won't be going there. Because the actual place is like a night. It's like it's a
Donald McAlpine.
Like they all just sing medleys at you about the food. I'm now trying to think of food-related songs, but Brian, that's like that many.
Yeah, Donald McAlpine is the director of photography.
Has he done anything else?
I don't know. My phone just broke. There we
Let's
go.
Wikipedia him. Let's find out if he made anything
I'm
decent.
going on IMDb, the most trustworthy site ever for
Not bad.
filmmakers.
Cool.
So you want to talk about David Lynch?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go.
go for it.
Well, recently I've been introduced to like David Lynch's films by someone I know, and the three.
And me, do not forget me.
And me. We all know him.
Yeah, we're very familiar.
Yeah. Well, the films I've seen have been shown as three: Mulholland Drive, Wild at Heart, and Blue Velvet.
Wild at Heart is a fantastic TV series.
Jesus.
One more time.
After today, let's never mention Wild at Heart.
We've been
ever
having to
again.
put up with this all day. Every time I mention that film,
Very
it goes up on one.
very quick backstory.
Yes.
Every time Harry mentions Wild at Heart, the movie, I instantly jump in and I'm like, fantastic TV series, just to annoy him.
Okay, well, anyway, the first one I watched was Mulholland
Oh,
Drive.
wow.
I was confused. Obviously, everyone is confused.
He's
I assume
done-
when they watch it.
Sorry, I'm just gonna
is
jump
this
in here
the
very
Moulin
quickly.
Rouge guy?
So he's done Moulin Rouge, obviously. I think he's done the. I can't read all the titles.
Shall I have a look? Because I can
he's
read.
done. Yeah, I can't read all the titles because they're chopped off. But if I just go all filmography, then I'll probably be able to pull them up. But it might take me a little extra time to.
Apparently,
Yeah, Predator from 1987.
Predator.
X-Men Origins.
Now, if you'd show me Moulin Rouge and Predator side by side, I would not have told you that
No,
anyone from one film worked on the other. Maybe did Ewan McGregor
Right, so
play
he's
the
done,
Predator?
he's
I
doing the
don't know.
Dressmaker, which is this year. Dressmaker this year. Broadway 4D this year. Ender's Game. Mental, Main Street, X-Men Origins,
Suitable.
X-Men Origins, Wolverine, The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch,
Anger
and the
Management
Wardrobe,
with Adam
Peter
Sandler.
Pan, Anger Management, The Time
quite like
Machine,
that film.
Moulin Rouge, Stepmom, The Edge, Romeo and Juliet, which is the modern day
Romeo and
version.
Juliet, that's Baz Luhrmann. That's the other film I hate that he
I hate
did.
that film.
9 Months,
I
Clear
really
and
do.
Present,
I had to
Danger,
watch
Mrs.
that in
Doubtfire,
English
Man
at
Without
school.
Face, it goes on and on and on.
This is Doubtfire.
Patriot
right?
Games, Medicine Man.
Yeah, no, Romeo and Juliet, you can tell Moulin Rouge is the same person as Romeo and Juliet. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're very
Have
similar.
you seen the modern version of that? That is a
That's what we're on about, isn't it? The Leonardo
Yeah,
DiCaprio one.
yeah.
Yeah,
that is
that's
a very
fine.
strange
It's terrible.
It's very
It's
strange.
irritating. It's
I hate
irritating
it.
in the same way
The
Moulin
only
Rouge is.
thing that I don't like about it is because I do like theatre, and obviously it's a theatre like performance. I'd like the only thing I don't like is that they're still using the old like script, so they're still using
It was just
old
an
English.
awkward
And
film.
it's just really weird.
It's weird.
It's like I remember like when the fucking what's his name? What's his name now?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, the Capulet's father, I think it is. Like the head of that family.
Quentin.
He's like, it's like, pass me my swordfish or something like that, meaning his rapier, like in Old English. But when he says that, someone just jumps up like I think they're in a limousine, and he grabs like a shotgun like off of the wall of the goddamn limousine and passes him. It's like, that's not selfish, that's like a Spaz 12. Just, grow up.
Yeah, well, I hate that film, honestly. I like Leonardo DiCaprio. Hate Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
Right, we're on a tangent again. David Lynch, Mulholland Drive.
Yeah, Mulholland Drive, I was obviously like I imagine anyone would be confused at first, but then I looked into the meaning of it and what was actually happening, and it's a very clever film.
Yeah,
it's a split personality thing, isn't it? It's,
so many
character
like tangent styles. It's a dream bit, isn't it? It's essentially all
the character
just a dream.
Betty is a dream, and the character Diane is the real one.
Yeah, it's very confusing. I remember when I first saw that film, I described it as like Pulp Fiction if Quentin Tarantino was just on like acid. He didn't really have much of a script. Like a script was melting in front of him. So he just kind of made up scenes on the fly. That's what Mulholland Drive's like.
That is, that makes sense, I guess. It is very sort of weird.
It's trippy.
The other two, obviously, Wild at Heart, Blue Velvet. Blue Velvet was a strange film.
TV series, Wild at Heart.
We're going to throttle you.
If there was a webcam in this room, you would have seen me throttle Brandon. Don't worry, he's been silenced.
Yeah,
We've taken him.
But Blue Velvet, I thought when Dennis Hopper came into it, quite good. I enjoyed it. Dennis Hopper was very good in it. I thought that it became a quite interesting story, and it was mental basically, but it was fascinating after that point. Before that, bit dull.
Carl McLachlan's character is very dull, I thought. Carl McLachlan is great. He's the main guy in Twin Peaks, one of the best like characters ever. TV's kind of weird and he's like friendly and just everyone likes it.
Yeah.
But when he's not being a bit odd, he's quite bad. He's very bland as an actor. He's not really much personality. He's just sort of just some guy. That's his character in the film. Wild at Heart.
Wild at Heart. If you say it one more time, I'll throttle you again.
I wasn't going to say it that time anyways.
Right.
But it is a brilliant TV series.
Okay, I will watch the TV series if you agree to stop doing.
Okay, yeah, it's a good TV series.
Yes,
you don't know what you've got yourself in.
That particular film, as we'll call it now, it's I couldn't work out whether I enjoyed it or not because I'm not the biggest fan of Nick Cage, and it was the most Nick Cage thing I have ever seen in my life. It's just him pretending to be Elvis, basically.
Yeah, it is. And then he sings Elvis.
Sings
a
Love Me
lot.
Tender at the end.
Yeah, no. I mean, I love Nicolas Cage. Unironically, I should say, I know a lot of people now, he's the guy from Wicker Man who's like, not the bees, and punches women in the face while dressed as a bear. But I liked him before that when he was in like Adaptation and what's he done? Like Face Off, I think, is a great film. And
Face Off is a good film.
I do like Gone in 60 Seconds.
But yeah, that's all right. It's a very
car film.
I do quite like that. I love the bit where he's like in the Mustang right at the end and he jumps like the Bruges. I think that's amazing.
Christopher Eccleston, he's a villain in that, isn't he, as well?
Yeah,
which is weird. But yeah, Nicolas Cage. I love Nicolas Cage, but you're right. Wild at Heart is, the one true God, Nicolas Cage. Wild at Heart is very much a Nicolas Cage film in which he goes crazy and just just batters people and sings Elvis and just goes mental. Yeah. And it's weird.
It's so strange.
And it was Palme d'Or winning at Cannes, wasn't it?
It won the Palme d'Or.
Like,
I know. What year was Wild at Heart?
About 91, 1990, something like that.
If it did win it in 1990, I can think of a few better films than
that.
Yeah,
like
Goodfellas for a start was a better American film.
It's crazy, really. But it's David Lynch. I've seen I've seen every David Lynch film except Dune, which is terrible, and I'm never getting all the way through it because it's the dullest film ever made, I think. Oh. But there's Eraserhead, which is his first and weirdest. There's The Elephant Man, which is pretty straightforward, great film, but it's not actually that much like David Lynch. Inland Empire, 3 hours long, filmed on a handheld camera, very little plot.
Yeah.
Not great. And Lost Highway as well, which I'm not a big fan of. Quite dull.
I saw someone describe. I watched a video like top 10 David Lynch films. Someone described Inland Empire as a car crash on an island.
It is
Which kind of
just
strange.
it is a pile up of plots and
A
characters.
car
and
crash on an island. Okay.
Guess what time it is, guys?
Time for the green book.
Yes, it's the acid green quote.
Oh, excellent! I know you've been
I
looking
found a
for.
perfect
Have you
one while
found
I've
a
been
good
sat
one?
here. Yes, it's amazing. Now let me read it out to you,
All right.
right? And then just think about it for a second, and I'll tell you who said it.
I'm
Right.
anticipating it.
Green and black go well together, don't they?
David Lynch.
No. Just think about that, right?
Green and black.
Now it makes no sense, does it? Because green and black do not go together.
Depends. Lime green and black.
Kinda.
go
Well, I mean-
together or
was
not.
it by Mr. Lime? Did he say
No, Tiger Woods said that.
green
which
and black?
which he's like, isn't his like colours like his golfing colours? Isn't he like green and white?
My bad. Well, I was saying I was
don't
thinking it was
I'm
like a
pretty sure-
golf in green, and he was like the most famous black golf
That's
player.
what I'm saying. Like,
Green.
it doesn't mean anything.
That's not a bad quote actually.
That quote means nothing
Unless
until you know it's
Tiger
Tiger
Woods.
Woods.
Yeah, that's not bad. I think we've ended on a better note than last time.
Yeah.
So that
Okay.
was the Dark Green Week podcast. I've been Harry Ford.
I've been Brandon Mills.
I've been pause.
Yeah, just good old
Just
pause.
pause. He's like Madonna, just one name.
Yeah,
Or Prince.
but Wilder
Very
Hat.
much like Prince.
But Wilder Hat is a brilliant TV series.
And if there's one,
And we're going to cut off to try and throttle Brandon
This-
off the
this will be
recording.
the last podcast Brandon ever records. Cheers for listening. See ya.
Adios.